Evolution is a known scientific fact, and we all know that Charles Darwin was the one who discovered how evolution works. But it's a very fascinating and interesting story of how Charles Darwin discovered evolution. Let's understand how he came up with his theory of natural selection. The story of Darwin, his observation of finches, and the theory that changed the world. In the early 1800s, a young British man named Charles Darwin was not really a top student. He studied medicine but hated the sight of surgery without anesthesia. He tried to study theology, but what really excited him was nature. Beetles, fossils, birds, rocks. He was endlessly curious. At the age of 22, he got a life changing offer to join a ship called the HMS Beagle as a naturalist. Its mission was a multi year voyage around the world to map coastlines and study nature. The voyage of the HMS Beagle was from 1831 to 1836. This ship sailed to South America, Australia, and many remote islands. Darwin collected rocks, plants, fossils, and animal specimens everywhere. But something clicked when he arrived at a cluster of remote volcanic islands in the Pacific, which were the Galapagos Islands. What did he see on the islands? These islands had strange creatures, but one group in particular fascinated Darwin. Small birds that looked very similar but had very different beaks. They were the finches, and Darwin started observing them. Some finches had short, strong beaks for cracking nuts. Others had long, thin beaks for picking insects out of the bark. He realized that these birds are all finches, but why are they so different from one island to another? At first, even Darwin didn't know how important this observation was. He collected the birds and shipped them back to England for further study. Then he spent his time putting the puzzle together. After returning home, Darwin spent over 20 years analyzing his notes, fossils, and specimens. He also read the works of other scientists, especially Thomas Malthus, who wrote that human populations grow faster than resources. Darwin made a crucial leap. In nature, there is a struggle to survive. The individuals with traits that help them survive and reproduce will pass those traits on. Over time, this leads to evolution. He called this process natural selection. Nature selects the traits that help survival. A book that changed the world. In 1859, Darwin published his masterpiece on the origin of species by means of natural selection. It explained how all the living things, from worms to humans, evolved gradually over millions of years from common ancestors. No divine creation of every species separately, no fixed forms, just the slow, powerful work of nature. This book changed the world. Why did it change it? Because people had never imagined that humans were related to animals. It explained the incredible diversity of life through a simple, elegant process. The process was not simple for sure, but it was definitely a leap forward. It launched modern biology, genetics, and the study of evolution. It challenged religious beliefs, causing massive debates in society. Darwin did not invent the idea of evolution. Others had guessed it before, but he was the first to explain how it worked. Today, his theory is one of the most well supported ideas in all of science. There is a mountain of evidence, including from genetic sciences, from geology, and all other fields, including paleontology, that confirm evolution. Even today, DNA evidence, fossils, and genetics tell us how life evolved from simple single celled organisms to complex multicellular forms, something that Darwin discovered in the 19th century. Thank you so much for listening.